Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, my fellow Chibits. Today, I'm here to bring all of you, once again, the weekly Chibi vlog. Okay, so, I got a lot to talk about, got a lot of fan mail to open, and I want to talk about a couple things, like always, before I begin opening up these letters and stuff you've all have sent me. So, the Q&A, I gotta talk about that. Q&A will be up, once again, as always, this week. It'll be up after the vlog, and I want to ask all of you right now, please give me more questions. The more questions, the better, because I can go through them, choose some very interesting ones, and be able to answer them for all of you. So, anyways, besides that, I just gotta say, once again, I know I've been saying it for the past couple weeks, but thank you so much for everyone that's continued to support the weekly Chibit questions. It makes me happy to see that, because it's a different type of segment, a different video I can make each week that's different from the norm, different from anime and manga reviews, where I can express myself and let you all know more about me. So thank you so much for all of you that continue to support those videos. So, moving on, I want to say right now, it has been freaking hot, and the weather has been shit. I mean, my week has been good overall, but the weather has been shit. Like, right now, it's raining outside. Pardon me if you hear any thunder, lightning. You know, the power might even go out like it did last week, because that actually happened. Like, if you didn't watch last week's vlog, towards the end of the vlog, I had to cut it short because, well, power fucking just died on me in the middle of the vlog. Like, seriously, you see all the lights go out, my audio goes out, and I'm like, fuck. So, I had to scramble around trying to actually get the audio file back, recover it. Thankfully, I got it recovered, because it was in mid-recording when the power went out, so that was very bad. I was very scared that I wasn't going to be able to get the audio file back. But, talking about the weather, though, that's going on right now, it is so fucking hot. I gotta say, I really hate the summer. I know many love the summer. They love the summer because, you know, you can go to the beach, you can go out and party. It's summer vacation for many people that go to school. I mean, it's a great time, and I love summer. When I was in Florida, I used to go to the beach all the time and swim and stuff. But, to be honest, though, I really hate summer because of how muggy it is and just how you feel so sweaty and awful. It's just, I don't know, I just do not like the weather when it comes to summer. I prefer winter, actually. I just love winter. I love the cold air. Even though I freeze my ass off, I prefer winter. So, talking about other things now, I'm going to say right now that this week has been rather interesting and eventful. I had to go and pretty much go to the store, get some weekly, or monthly coffee, not weekly, monthly coffee. And some were asking me in last week's vlog, and I guess I should save this for the weekly, you know, Q&A, but, you know, I'll say it here. Some have been asking me, Chibi, like, what type of, you know, coffee do you normally drink if you don't drink your bizarre coffee that's like strawberry and shit? Well, usually I like getting Folgers coffee. That's like some of my favorite. Or I like, you know, using some form of cappuccino, like any type of cappuccino or stuff like that, or a latte. But that's mainly what I like when it comes to coffee or any type of, you know, caffeine. So yeah, there you go. Anyways, let's move on to the fan mail unboxings. Oh, before I even begin, how's everybody's week been? Has it been good? Has it been bad? Let me know in the comments below. Curious to see how everybody's been. Please let me know. Okay, so this one is from Austin. That shit is hilarious. That is 10 out of 10 right there. That is 10 out of 10 fan art right there. My avatar is on the shield, and there's me with my curly hair going on. I guess pre-haircut, pre-time skip Chibi. Here is me wearing what appears to be, I think, Dark Souls. I think that's Dark Souls armor, ain't it? Yeah, that seems to be Dark Souls. I like that. It also looks kind of JoJo-ish, actually. It looks similar to JoJo in a way if you look at some of the design, especially with the Chibi self and me. That's a very nice piece of artwork. Oh, thank you very much, Austin. Thank you. Let me read your letter here. Dear Chibi, hello, I am so happy that I found you and subscribed to you. If I remember right, it was your TG re-reviews is how I found you. You were in my recommendations. Sorry if this becomes too long. Don't worry about it. I love reading you guys' letters. I don't know how long this will be. I don't know when you will get this, maybe a month from now or so. Before I found you, I didn't even think about symbolism or tarot cards or stuff like that in TG or any other manga. My dream is to become a mangaka, and hopefully my dream will come true, and I hope that you and many others will one day read it and review it. I gladly will. Many of you Chibits have been asking recently if I would read your guys' work and stuff, and it's very interesting to see how so many of you are actually writers that want to write and make books and manga and stuff, and it's awesome getting to see, like, some of the stuff you guys write. You guys send it to me all the time on Twitter, when it comes to Facebook, and also on YouTube, private messages. I'm actually very interested in that type of stuff. Maybe one day, when I finally have the time and I make room for it, as I've been talking about in the weekly, Q&As, I've talked about different segments I could possibly do. Maybe one day I could factor in a possible, I guess fanfic or stuff you guys write. I can, like, focus a day on just reviewing some of the stuff you guys write. Hope that you and many others will one day read it and review it. But the only reviewers I watch are you and For Never. I will be doing more than one, at least 10 stories, 2 that are sequels, and would like them to be weekly. Not all the time, that would be impossible. I know we'll get to next to No Sleep thanks to Toriyama explaining his schedule when he was drawing DBZ. I heard about that. And for those who don't know, Toriyama got 20 minutes of sleep over the span of 6 days. If you want me to, I can draw the main characters and put down their powers and description. I don't want to give too much away because I'll explain a lot in my manga in the future. If I do get my stories published, I hope you and the other people review my series and see the Easter eggs in them from my favorite books and games. I would love to have this full time, but I work at a 40-plus hour job and next to no day off. I'm only 21 and will be going back to school in August to continue this as my career. I'm going to start a channel called The Twitchy Artist because I have Tourette's, but thanks to my job I have no free time to draw. The image I drew took forever, especially the chainmail. I would have sent it earlier, but to wait for the color markers to come in, and I wish you a very late birthday. The drawing is nowhere next to perfect, but it is a good start. I wish I could meet you, but I live in Louisiana, and your fellow Chibit, Austin. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey Chibi, I saw that you had Volume 1 of Blood Lad on your shelf for the longest time. Indeed I have. I've had it since the anime aired. It's always bothered me that you only had one volume, so here's Volume 2 to help add to your collection. Sorry that I couldn't send you a spoon. I recognize you. Mr. Spoon King, always putting a spoon on every single picture. I expect you to put a spoon on this image. I expect it. I expect to see that on Twitter. Message me. So, the Spoon King has graced me with, I'm assuming, Volume 2 of Blood Lad. I miss Blood Lad. It was such a good series when it aired as an anime, and it sucks that it ended after 10 episodes, and there's probably not going to be a Season 2. It really sucks. If you never watched Blood Lad, or read it, I recommend you to. It's a funny fucking series. It reminds me of Beelzebub. If you've ever actually watched or read that series, some of the comedy in that, it reminds me of that. Now, the comedy's not exactly the same, but if you like the comedy of Beelzebub, I think you might like this. I think you would, but it really entirely depends on your preference of comedy, of course. But Blood Lad is a good series. It has vampires, supernatural beings, and stuff. I think many would cherish this series. I hope one day it does get a Season 2, because it deserves one. In Season 1, I had a lot of fun with it. I really did. Thank you so much, Spoon King. I expect to see some spoons. I expect to see them. Okay, so we have no letter here, but Black Bullet Volume 3 has been sent to me. Black Bullet, The Destruction of the World by Fire. From Shiden Kanazaki. Illustrated by Saki Ukai. Volume 3. Here you go, zoom it out in case you can't see it well. But Volume 3. I read some, or actually, I read about halfway of Volume 1 of Black Bullet. And I could see some very huge differences compared to the anime that was rushed beyond imagine. Oh my god, the anime. I'm sorry if you like Black Bullet's anime. I'm sorry if you're a big fan of the series, but that anime, Black Bullet, was trash. It was. And after reading the first volume of Black Bullet, it is really fucking different. Like the characterization to the development and all that. It's way better than how the anime was done. But that's my personal opinion on that. So Volume 3 right here. You know, one thing I love about light novels, it's the covers. The covers really draw you in. I don't know what it is, but covers on light novels always look so badass. Like, look at this cover. Look at the shading and stuff. It looks just so cool. I am happy to hear that Chibi is looking forward to Legion and most likely Hamatora 13. No. Now I just wonder when the White Album 2 or a Rakudai review will be out. Also, how far into Sunny Days are you? Oh, Sunny Days. You're talking about the spin-off from School Days. I have yet to actually find the time to start it. I have. I've been focusing a lot of my time on Fate Stay Night, Heaven's Fill. I've been trying to completely finish that, and yeah, I've been kind of focused on getting the proper ending and just making sure I understand everything and replaying certain parts. But I will eventually get to Sunny Days, don't worry about that. World of Warcraft Legion Deluxe Hardcover Sketchbook. Bro. I know not many of you might like World of Warcraft, I understand. I know, I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to World of Warcraft, but still, I love World of Warcraft. Thank you so much, Danny. Thank you, thank you. I can practice my little doodles inside of this. I can put little stick figures and stuff. I can be, 10 out of 10 drawing skills. Okay, we have quite a bit in here. So we have a letter and questions. Okay, JP's letter. Read first. Chibi, good morning, good afternoon, good night, Mr. Chibi Jacob. Thank you. This is your good friend JP, back at it again with another package as promised in my last letter. I will go ahead and apologize in advance for how long this package will take to open. I know you try to keep these vlogs within a reasonable time, but I've been holding out on this package for a while now that I could send you something good. Alright, this time I'll be a little more on the relaxed side since the first letter is done and out of the way, and I feel like I could be a bit more relaxed with you. To be completely honest with you, that was my first package I've ever sent to anyone, so it was a little nerve-wracking not knowing how to word the letter the way I wanted to, or trying to figure out what to send you inside the package was killing me. Also, it probably didn't help I had the weight of trying to do all the Christmas shopping at the same time, while on top of trying to finish up the packages and mail it, but it's done and gone. So let's move on to this much longer letter and much bigger package. Also, I will go ahead and tell you, these packages will be coming during the dead week in between the anime seasons, so be expecting another one during the week before the summer anime season starts. This one may be a little off time-wise and may get to you later than the others. The reason why is because the Amazon shipping messed up the tracking on some of the items in this package, and some personal problems have come up where I had to work a lot, but the rest will be on time, I promise. Now that I got that out of the way, I want to ask, how was your day, and are you ready for all the badass new anime series coming out for this season? Yeah. There's a lot of good anime from this season, and there's some that's rather bleh. Honestly, I feel that I need to kick this letter off with congratulating you and the channel on making it to 100,000 Chibits, which is a crazy number, by the way. Chibi, I want to stop and think a minute about that number. Around 100,000 people, give or take, have stopped to look at your videos and said, I like this guy's videos enough to subscribe and to see more of his hard work, and to see him prosper more in the future. That's a crazy thought, man. That's a ton of people. Every day, I wake up, and I think it's all a dream. I feel like one day I will wake up, I'll open my eyes, and I realize everything that I've experienced has been a dream. But when I wake up, it's really happening. Some of these times in my life, what's currently going on, especially when, you know, being a YouTuber right now, and making videos, talking about anime, and discussing with all of you, as I've said many times, clearly in the past, it's some of the best moments I've ever had in my life, and some of the happiest times I've ever had. And I'm glad I get to, you know, spend this all this time with you guys. It really makes me happy, and it wouldn't be possible without all of you. It wouldn't be possible without you all sending these letters to give me support and all that. It really means a lot. Now, Chibi, I have been around on the channel for a very long time. In fact, all the way back to when you started the channel. I have been right here beside you, and I got to say, as someone from the outside who's watching you grow, I'm proud of you, man. You have become. I'm proud of the man you've become. Don't get me wrong, there have been some rough spots, and I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus. Tokyo Broadcasting System, I'm looking at you. But there have been certain individuals who try to hurt you in your endeavor to be the best YouTuber. You can be, but they fell, and you're trucking along just as fine as ever, and you keep doing that because I believe you will. And if you ever feel like you can't do it anymore, and you feel like you're fighting this alone, just remember, I've always been here for you, man, and so is everyone else, and we'll be fighting like hell for you, and you deserve it. You in this community is very strong, and I believe you will do great things, just like last time. I could go on forever, but the point I'm trying to get across is thank you. For pushing yourself to the brink to try to make yourself better, for giving everything that you have for everyone. Thank you for countless hours you've given up on sleep to try to make as many videos as you can. I said mainly what I need to say in the last letter, but mostly importantly, Chibi, thank you for being you, and please continue on fighting. I believe in you and believe in the channel and everyone inside of it. Also to the Chibi community, thank you for allowing me to be a part of you all and be able to see this for you all the way up to this point. Thank you all. And to you, Jacob, thank you for making this community possible. I should be thanking all of you, not thanking me. I should thank all of you. And if you ever feel down, always remember the wise words of Kamina from Don't Forget, Believe in Yourself. Not in the you who believes in me, not the me who believes in you, but believe in the you who believes in yourself. Cheesy, I know, right? But that's the way I roll. Now, Chibi, let me say, I don't set out to make you emotional. It's a byproduct of Ishida-sensei influencing on me. Oh, shit. I'm just kidding, but I mean it. I mean it. Thank you for what you do. Now, let's get to the less mushy stuff. So, a lot has happened in between the last letter I sent you till now. If you remember in my last letter, I mentioned how I was going to college for graphic design and the storyline developing. Well, to update you on that, I recently got accepted to Texas State Technical College, and I'm enrolled for the software development class in fall of this year. Congratulations! It will take me 4.5 years to get where I need to be, so I can begin work, but I've already started development on the basis of my first game by writing down the lore and world building with it. Ooh, I'm already up to 4 journals worth of, holy shit. Another cool thing that happened to me was I got my first job. Well, technically my first job was my grandpa doing construction, but that doesn't count exactly. But anyways, it's working at a chicken place called Raising Cane's. That's an interesting name. And the man, let me tell you, raw chicken sucks ass when you have to clean it off and stuff. Also, I can honestly tell you, chickens are the nastiest little animals on this planet, even after they are dead. But I digress. Also, in my last letter, I asked you about your previous job as a welder. And I honestly didn't expect you of all people to be a welder. Over the past 5 years I've been in school, I've been in mechanics class at my school and have several welding certifications, basically weld every other day. I'm just curious, what part of your job did you hate? Was it the welding part, or was it just the factory itself? And why did you choose that line of work at the time? Just curious. I started working because it was just the only thing at the time that was available. So I went there, got a job, it gave good insurance, and yeah, pretty much I worked 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. It was pretty rough, I'll tell you. And the conditions of the factory, the reason why I wanted to quit was because I felt like a robot. I felt like someone that didn't have a personality, someone that didn't move on their own. I felt like someone that was like, put pipe in, weld it here, you know, weld it together and all that, just repeat, same formula, just like a fucking machine, and weld it together, put the pipe here and all that. It wasn't fun. It felt like I was a robot, and I did not like feeling like that. I was miserable and depressed. I was really fucking depressed. Alright, enough about personal stuff, and let's get on to anime. It's crazy how many awesome series are coming out this season, the following seasons. I mean, we got the anime for Boku no Hero. I could still remember reading the first 2 chapters 2 days after it came out and immediately falling in love with the series. I'm a little more excited for the next season, though, with the Drifters anime coming out. I heard about that. I've read the Drifters. It's fucking awesome. I can't wait for the anime. If you haven't seen a new trailer that came out, you need to watch it. I have yet to see it. It's like Hellsing Ultimate on crack animation-wise, and also I'm currently collecting the manga, and I'm forcing myself to read it per volume and not binge reading the chapters online, because I want to support the series as much as I can. Also, I don't understand how you have been an anime reviewer this whole time and you still haven't watched Hellsing. Like, what are you doing, man? I'm just kidding. I know, that's my backlog season needs to happen. But in all seriousness, it really is amazing and beautifully animated. I would highly recommend it. I'll definitely take that into consideration. So now we get to the package. I just want to go and tell you, each package will progressively get bigger as the year goes on by, so get ready for some crazy big packages when this year is oh damn. Also, I have to apologize in advance for the crappy handwriting on the cards on each of the items. If you can't read, I understand. Hell, sometimes I can't even read it. But like I said, before my handwriting is shit like the School Days anime, and I didn't really have a choice but to handwrite it. Also, to save on shipping, a friend of mine put his package inside of my package. His name is Brian. He found your channel whenever I introduced him to Boku no Hero Academia, and you were the only YouTuber who was doing reviews on the series. Therefore, he subbed you a while back and has enjoyed your work ever since, or so he tells me, and he recently got a minor car wreck with a 18. Oh shit. Is your friend okay? Always check your blind spots, kids. The ironic part was, we were arguing about One Punch Man when it happened. We were arguing about who was stronger, Boros or Garo, and I wasn't paying attention. I went to turn in the lane beside me, and I got my mirror torn off by 18-wheeler tire, and got the paint chipped off the side of my truck. I know it was kind of irresponsible to be having a heated debate about anime while driving, but it happened, and now I'm paying the price for it. All $50 of it every month, and my insurance has increases after the wreck, because it was my fault. Also, just the last time I left you some questions that I would love for you to answer. Whoa, before I go to that. Is your friend okay? Are you okay? Like, are you both okay? Are you okay? Like, please. You didn't explain if you're okay. You said minor car wreck, so I'm assuming it wasn't bad, but still, are you okay? Getting hit by an 18-wheeler, though. Damn, that's... I got hit by an 18-wheeler once, right on the side. I'm surprised I didn't die. I was in a little Buick. Got hit by an 18-wheeler. I'm not even joking. I talked about it a long time ago in a vlog. I got hit from the fucking side by an 18-wheeler. It sucked. Got whiplash. Questions for Chibi. Number 1, in your honest opinion, where do you think the anime will end on Boku no Hero Academia? Honestly, I want it to end with the tournament starting, and we get a reveal that there is a Season 2 like they did with Tokyo Ghoul, or Aldo no Zero sometime later in the year. I think it'll end after the introduction to the villains. Number 2, Chibi, I have to know. I know you're more of an MMO and RPG kind of guy, but do you ever play first-person shooters besides Halo like Call of Duty? If you never have, I would like to point out one of the coolest parts of the COD series. If you have ever played any Call of Duty, you will know about it in any games made by Treyarch, they have a zombie mode built in. The final Black Ops 3 game should be the end of the storyline. Chibi, my favorite type of series is one that makes me think for hours on end. The zombie storyline in the Black Ops series of Call of Duty is one of my most complex stories I've ever heard, and is worth noting as a story you should dive into. As someone who is about to go into the industry of gaming development, I have a very great appreciation for the amount of detail they put into their Easter eggs to form such a consecutive story. I would highly recommend taking a look at it. You know, I've been a fan of zombies. I've just never been a fan of Call of Duty's multiplayer. I've just never have. It's never been something that I've enjoyed. Other people can love it, but I know zombies is very fun. I used to play zombies back in the day when Black Ops 1 came out and, you know, World at War. I was a big fan of those, but over time, I just kind of grew apart from Call of Duty over time because I just didn't like the constant, you know, new games coming out every single year. TGR spoiler alert. Alright, so I have to ask Chibi, since you are more up to date on the Fool's Journey in comparison to Tokyo Ghoul, where are we and how close are we to the end of the Fool's Journey? And I have to ask, does the Fool's Journey end well? Okay, quick thing. I actually personally have not read the ending of the Fool's Journey. I haven't. Because I know Ishida's following it. I've already seen the parts that we've already covered and stuff, and I know Ishida is following the Fool's Journey with some different type of twists, but he is following it. And to avoid spoiling myself of Tokyo Ghoul, I have actually refused to read the ending of the Fool's Journey. But, I will say this, however. I have actually considered making the Fool's Journey videos. I have considered that. I've considered starting from the beginning of Tokyo Ghoul and talking about the certain points of the Fool's Journey and the different points about it that make sense, like, you know, the progression of it. And it's something I've had in the works for a long time, gathering research and information about it before I can make a good video on it, slowly building up in different segments. Okay, you knew this was coming, man. It's time to talk Gundam. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I didn't think so many people in the community love Gundam. I thought I would be the one mech nerd in all of the community that wanted you to watch these series. Also, didn't expect to get mentioned inside of a letter, which is amazing, by the way. Shout out to Tristan or Christian. You said his name kind of muffled in the blog, Chibi. But it's okay. He knows who he is. I'm sorry if I messed up the name in the past. Alright, so I have to ask Chibi, what do you think will happen in Season 2 of Gundam Iron Blood Orphans? Also, what are your plans now that Iron Blood Orphans over? What do you plan on watching, and do you intend on reviewing any of the older Gundams? I've actually been going through some older Gundams. If you may let me give you a suggestion for how to review the old Gundam series you wish to watch, okay, here we go. So every Gundam anime is usually 50 episodes long. That means it's 2 seasons, 25 episodes each. If you'd like to review it, I would suggest reviewing it with the first impressions and do a review halfway for the season, then a final season review of the Gundam's anime. You'll usually know when the season is halfway done because there will be a new opening, which means there will be 5 videos for one Gundam series in a playlist, or you can do it for every 5 episodes and make 10 videos per Gundam series. Just a suggestion. Also, I really hope you used the guide that I sent you last time on how to watch Gundam. I have used it. I still think it's pretty up to date. It seems like Sunrise is constantly pumping out new Gundam anime every season, but I will try to update it in the winter package. Also, if you couldn't tell, I really want you to watch Gundam 00. It's my personal favorite. I'm sorry in the guide that it may seem like I'm a little biased towards it, but it was just so good. Also, hope you enjoy all the other Gundam stuff you got in this package. But anyway, sorry for this long question, but I feel it's only necessary to get you as involved as I can to meet my goals of turning you into the biggest Gundam nerd I can. Mwah! P.S. Also, the novel you got is exact replica of the original anime if you want to review it that way. Oh, you're talking about the big novel, the manga that was sent to me, Gundam Origins? I've actually read some of it. It's pretty good. I like the artwork of it. Okay, this isn't so much as a question as it's more of a discussion, but it needs to be talked about, so I have a huge problem with a certain series you recommended since the first time I watched it. It was so amazing at first, but the ending was the most rushed ending I've ever seen in anime. It bothers me to no end. The series I'm referring to is Aldnoah Zero. I trashed that series at the end. I said my piece in Season 2. Seriously. Go see my Season 2 reviews. I fucking hated it. I fucking hated Aldnoah Zero. It's dead to me. The thing that got me to watch it was your reviews over Season 1 and your reactions to all the crazy plot twists. I had a great time watching it until Season 2 happened. I didn't even have a problem with Season 2. It was just the final episode. Literally, when the final credits rolled, I went, who the fuck thought it was a good idea for this ending to play out that way? I was so mad that I came up with a better ending in less than 5 minutes after watching it. I even wrote it down. It was still sounding better than the actual ending to this anime. Think about that for a second. A high school student wrote a better ending in 5 minutes than a whole team of professional writers. I even got other people to read it who watched the series, and they said the same thing. In the next package, and I will send it to you and see what you think. After seeing this, I went back and looked at the development staff for Aldnoah and found something interesting. If you ever go and look at the writer of Aldnoah on Google, you will see that Aldnoah's head writer was none other than the great Gen Urabuchi. I heard that he actually didn't work on the entirety of the project. That's what I heard. That's what was being said in the comments. And also, I need to note here, he did not write the Psychopath Season 2 anime, which is trash. I hate that series. The writer of Hamatora wrote that pile of shit. Not again, he left to work on a different project. Now, let me explain something. Urobuchi only wrote the framework of All to Know Zero, and then wrote the first 3 episodes in episode 9 and 10. When the writing of the framework told him to end it the way they did, the rest of the show was written by another writer. It makes so much sense why it was so bad during the parts of Season 1, and why all of Season 2 was so bad. The writer for the rest of the show was none other than Katsuhiko Takayama. If you don't know who he is, you may know of his most work that the series Boku no Pico ring a bell to you. This may shed some light on this. There are many more details I could go over. Hope this gives you some closer insight on the series ending and what happened to it. Number 5. Do you ever think you'll do a server like on Minecraft or Survival World on a game like Ark Survival where everyone can play a game with you? I personally love to play on a server with you. I can't guarantee your safety. You know how survival games work. Haha. Maybe one day, if I ever have the time and stuff, I'd like to do something like that. Make a little server where we all play together. I want your opinion on something, Chibi. Which do you prefer more? Anime that are adapted from other works such as manga, or anime originals with no adaptations? Overall, I would say anime originals. Do you feel if they made a season 2 of Kill la Kill, it would hurt the ending that it ended with? Yes, I would. I would actually think it would hurt the ending. Honestly, I have to thank you for helping me finding my favorite anime of all time, and for those watching this who never watched Kill la Kill, please watch it. Chibi can vouch for me. It's truly amazing. Do you have a PSP Vita? No, I do not. Because there is a certain game I'll be sending you in the next package related to Gundam if you do. Trust me, you will love it. Also, what other consoles do you have out of curiosity? I have a regular Wii, I have an Xbox One, and I have an Xbox 360 that's gaining dust, and an Ouya that's kind of, I think, been discontinued. Those are overall the only consoles I own at this time. And it's time to talk about Ruby. What do you think the future of the story will be going into in Volume 4? Also, what do you think or individually happen to each of the girls throughout the remainder of the series? Also, Weiss is best girl, just saying. However, I still have a love for Cinder, but what she did in Volume 3 is unforgivable, but I'm still torn because I love the character. Can't wait to see a review for Volume 4 when it comes out. And also, do you consider it an anime? No, I do not consider Ruby an anime, and my thoughts on where the story will be going for Volume 4, Yang is obviously going to take her own path. She's going to split up and she's going to do her own thing. Ruby's going to do her own thing. The sisters going to be doing their own separate things. I feel like this is the time when the series is going to be going into a more darker atmosphere besides the comedy. It's going to take a serious approach because we already saw examples of this in the previous season, Season 3. Number 10. What are your top 5 favorite manga of all time? Top 5 favorite manga of all time. Let's see. Number 5. Okay. Berserk is number 1. That's easy. Berserk, number 1. Tokyo Ghoul, number 2. Hunter x Hunter, number 3. Vagabond, number 4. Number 5 would be Bakuman. Yeah. Dear Chibi, my name is Brian, but I go by Risk to my online friends. This is JP's friend he had the argument with about who was stronger at One Punch Man. I won, by the way. I've been watching your videos for about a good year or so. It's all started with your Tokyo Ghoul reviews. I loved all of the theories and the things you say about the series. In my opinion, you are the best person on YouTube when it comes to Tokyo Ghoul. You have great reviews, great theories, and your live reactions are amazing. I hope you keep doing them for a long time. JP mostly likely said in his letter that he got me into Hero Academia, which he did. He didn't tell you is that he isn't caught up with the manga yet, which sucks, because I can't talk to him about it, and so much is happening in the manga. Since JP talked about what he's doing in life, I feel like I should as well. I go into a 2-year college and 6-week-long program to become a EMS worker like my dad. Congratulations, hopefully that works out. It's going to be hard, but I'll still be watching your videos to help me all the way through it. This letter's really short because I got Dark Souls 3 Friday and was playing it all weekend. There should be a small gift from me to you. It's small compared to JP's, but I hope you like it. I'm fine with just the letter. I've told you this over and over. All of you Shebits. You should have known that JP I've been talking about sending you all this stuff for weeks and weeks. You really mean a lot to him. Well, back to Dark Souls. Good luck with everything. Love, Brian, aka Risk of Rage. Thank you, bro. And thank you, JP. It's Kingdom Hearts. I need that Kingdom Hearts 3, boys. I need that Kingdom Hearts 3. I need that game. I need Kingdom Hearts 3 so bad. Barbatos Weapon Pack. Thought you might enjoy some upgrades to grow Barbatos. Get ready for 2 kits to make up for this one because it's only a weapon pack. Also, if you didn't finish the Barbatos, it's fine. Has several kits to build. Just don't let too many build up or it will turn into a backlog. That's interesting. So they actually make weapon kits for him as well? That's interesting. Oh yeah, so we have a little Goku figure. That is cute. That is really fucking cute. A little Goku figure. That's cute as fuck. Rebuild of Ava. 1.1 through 3.33. It's not as good as the original, but the rebuild movies are still a fun ride. I highly recommend Neon Genesis if you want the full story. Also, halfway through the second movie, the series takes its own route. But if you're a fan of psychological anime, it doesn't get better than this. So get ready for a fun ride. To put into perspective for you, imagine everyone in the cast is broken like Kaneki Kin. You can watch it without seeing the original, but in the fourth and final movie, if may possible, the rebuild movies may be a sequel series to the original. We just don't know how yet, but we are getting hints. 1.11. Right there. Ain't this out of print? I could have swore this is DVD version too. Ain't this out of print? Yo. Ain't that out of print? I could have swore this is out of print. Here's Ava 2.22 right here. Here's the back. And then 3.33. Ooh, I like that. Look at that. Ooh. Nah, that's awesome. Look at that shit. So these are like character designs and stuff. Skittles, you know I have a sweet tooth. Ah, a certain scientific accelerator. A Certain Scientific Accelerator Volume 2. A badass second volume about a badass white-haired vector-controlling Esper. This series deserves a lot more praise, and I hope will someday. I'm gonna say right now, Accelerator is best boy. I love fucking Accelerator in this series. In this verse, Accelerator is best boy. Say what you will, I know he's an asshole sometimes, but Accelerator is best boy. Alter Saber. Heard you started the Heavens Feel part of Fate Stay Night, so I thought you may like the most badass version of Saber. I know you have seen her in Fate Khalid, so you know her power is outrageous. It was hard to part with this. Be happy. It was your birthday recently. JK. Yo, fucking say. Alter Saber is a badass version of Saber. I love Alter Saber. You're getting me hyped up now. Oh my god, you're making me want to pull out my Fate BDs. Dovahkiin. Oh, so we have a little Skyrim. We have a little message here. It took me a long time to realize your background music in your videos was the music used in Skyrim. I have to ask, what species do you like to use? Nord? Khajiit? Just curious. Usually I like going as a Nord. That's usually what I choose when it comes to Skyrim. Just curious. In my next packaging, I'll send a Daedric Warrior. Ooh, so be ready for a lot more of these figures. That's badass. So, Daedric Warrior next. Glad you took all of the Chibit's advice and started streaming. I saw this at GameStop and I thought you had to have it and can't wait for you to beat the game and see your reaction to the final boss. Try not to die, my friend. Lol. That's a badass looking figure. So this is the cover figure on Dark Souls right here. It's a badass looking figure. That looks really cute, but ominous and badass. I don't know how Dark Souls can do that. So we have Gundam 00 right here. Oh, I think a letter fell off. Gundam 00 Season 2 Volumes 1 through 2. Just like I said for the first batch of 00 manga volumes, this is just to get you into the anime. When you finish the first season of the anime, come back to these to see if you want to watch Season 2. I will send the rest of my volumes when I find them. So this is Season 2 of Gundam 00. From Kozo Mori. Hopefully I said that right. Oh, more Gundam here. Gundam 00 Volumes 1. Since Gundam IBO just ended, I thought you needed something new, so I present to you my favorite Gundam series, Gundam 00. This is a manga adaptation of the original anime. I sent you these to see if you like it. As I said in my Gundam guide, I sent you, there is a lot of politics and plot, twist, and the MC is very similar to Mika in many ways, and the mobile suits are awesome. Also to note, the designs done on IBO were done by the same guy who did Gundam 00. These two volumes covers the first 16 episodes of the anime. Like I said, this is only to get you into 00. The manga leaves out a lot of details, but it's still enjoyable. Okay, so this is pretty much just a brief summary compared to the actual core content of Gundam 00. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Ooh, Mega Man NT Warrior Volume 2. It's hard parting with this. The next volume is where many things get crazy. I would love to see this get a review soon from you, but I know you are busy, but a boy can dream, can't he? So, Mega Man series right here. Here's the back, and here is the cover. Okay. And last but not least, we have... Bro. Kaneki Kakuja mask. Considering what is going on in the manga, I thought if it was only fitting to send you our favorite fool, Kakuja mask. Also, the eyes light up, so have fun with that. Would love to see you put this on during the vlog, just saying. I have it right? I don't know if I do. Oh. I can't see it. I can't tell if it's right or not, so I probably look a little bit stupid, but I think I got it. Yeah. I think I got it. I think my eye is supposed to be here, and I think it's supposed to... Yeah, I think I got it. Or it's an upside down crown. That's what it looks like. I don't know if it's right, though. Let's see. I'm trying to move my face in a certain way. There you go. Don't look like Kaneki yet. And with that, I think it's the perfect time to end the vlog. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.